Today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh cuts out the stress of meal planning and grocery shopping with easy meals to have on the table in 30 minutes or less. HelloFresh makes living healthy easier with many low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options every week. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code 12Melinda to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. While we do a little cooking, let's talk music. As a singer and songwriter, I love music. Music is my best friend. But like with all relationships, a little bit of distance can provide perspective and make the heart grow fonder, I don't know. So back in October, I decided to try not listening to music for 5 days. Almost every second of every day, unless I am writing, I have music playing. With the pandemic raging and me spending a lot more time alone in an apartment all by myself, I've been battling loneliness, anxiety, and you know. And music was a way to make that journey a little bit easier. Growing up in a Quaker school, Quakers' way of worship is to observe silence together. I love meditating, I love paying deep attention to sounds around me. I like silence, I can do silence. But when crisis hits, suddenly distraction is a much more enticing option. Music, TV, YouTube videos, they all became my housemates. They were something to engage with that wasn't my own thoughts in my own dang brain. I was also at the time in a big creative block. I wasn't coming up with anything new. And I wondered if constantly listening to other people's music was contributing to that. Maybe that was the reason that everything I was writing felt derivative. I thought that if I closed that door and got rid of distractions, that the creative floodgates would open and I would be free to create from myself again. So my mom and I were going to take a vacation together, and I told her right before that we couldn't listen to music. She was a little miffed about that. The only thing I was going to allow myself to do if I felt so moved was to write music myself. No input, only output. So when Monday rolled around, I turned it all off. It was immediately unsettling, especially on long car drives. Not listening to music is so weird. When you're traveling, it's like a real-life montage, you know, and there should be music to accompany it, but there wasn't. It was extremely frustrating.
So if we were listening to music, what kind of music would we be listening to?
I don't know, like being on the road music.
Beautiful autumnal foliage music.
Sure.
I set this whole thing up so that I could listen to my thoughts more. Turns out, my brain is committed to having a song stuck in its head at all times. My brain sounds like if a toddler was given the aux cord. It is sonic chaos in there, and I am so glad that no one has to hear it. Day 2 and 3? No less easy. So I've got a tension headache tonight, and whenever I have a little tension headache, I like to play some music to take my mind off of things. I hate this. I found myself to be a little on edge. It wasn't that I was lonely. I was with my mom, we were having wonderful conversations, and the scenery around us was amazing. The colors of the leaves were so beautiful, but the world's soul just felt a little bit grayer. Day 4 was when I really started to pay attention to the sounds around me. The sound of leaves falling is so special. You wouldn't think that leaves falling makes a sound, but they do. It's this little like, it's the sound is like a little miracle because it shouldn't happen. It's like spine-tinglingly beautiful.
Whoa. It's literally like being in a snow globe. Oh! Here's a leaf in my cider. Solid.
We'd also been making fires every night, and I did not grow up with a fireplace, and so I started to get to know the sound of each individual fire, which were so different every time. Some were really passionate and they roared, and others kind of whispered and hissed. It was pretty wild, but I was still very much on edge. And the biggest surprise of all was that I had no desire to write whatsoever. I felt silent as the world that I had created for myself. I took no joy in writing at all. I tried once and I had nothing to say. I could not wait for day 5 to be over. If you clicked on this thinking like, ooh, maybe this is a fun challenge, no, don't do it. Like, literally don't do what I did. Unless you want to, but like, I don't recommend it. Why would you deprive yourself of something that makes you happy? Here is the biggest takeaway of all. Creativity does not inherently come from within you. Inspiration and influence are part of creativity. They are not diversions from it. And seeing them as such is just a really egotistical way of looking at the creative process that I totally fell victim to. Honestly, for every song that I've written, I could give you a playlist of songs that influence that song. And that is not a bad thing. Like, that's part of the deal. So, as the sun started to set on day 5, I let myself listen to music again. And for copyright purposes, I can't let you hear what I was listening to, but look at me go. Look at that. What a dork. What a dork. God bless. That is joy right there. And what I found was that as soon as I started listening to music again, I felt so creative. I started drawing. Started like digital drawing and like wanting to paint and stuff. Like, it was like, I wanted to dance, like literally anything that was expressive.
Mom, how do you feel about having music again?
Oh my God. I could not be happier. I had no idea how much it meant to me.
I know you don't believe, but write it on your sleeve. You don't have to have it all figured out for me. You don't have to Creativity is a river. If it is pumped with water from a bunch of sources and allowed to flow uninhibited, it can move mountains. Put a dam somewhere, and you will run dry. I now make sure to surround myself with beautiful, honest artistry instead of shutting that out in service to my own thoughts. Because my own thoughts won't have much interesting to say unless I am listening first. Dinner's ready. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Every recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. And it's flexible. You can add extra meals, throw in extra proteins, or add in yummy meal complements like HelloFresh's best-selling garlic bread. Oh my god, delicious. Their pre-portioned ingredients mean there's less prep for you and less wasted food. I mean, for real, you'll eat all of it. It's so good. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code 12Melinda to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. That is code 12Melinda for 12 free meals, including free shipping. If you enjoyed this video, be sure you are subscribed to the channel and that your notification bell is turned on so that you don't miss a video. I'm releasing a whole bunch of new music, so please do follow me on Spotify. I'm also releasing a lot of cool content on TikTok and Instagram, so be sure you're following me there too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon.